The National Broadcasting Company invites you to meet Dyke Easter, detective. Dyke Easter.
Mr. Easter, what's your price to help a man beat a murder charge?
That depends on whether or not he is guilty. Murder is my business. The National Broadcasting Company presents Dyke Easter, detective, with Albert Hecht as Dyke Easter, and the case he calls This Time for Creeps. Dyke Easter, detective, a solid phrase. Looks good in my Red Book ad. I earned the price of that ad by letting a paranoid bookbinder empty a gun at me. That proved he needed mental treatment. I don't know what it proved about me, except that murder is my business. You can cry on my shoulder or ask me to stop bullets with my teeth for $25 a day. And what have I got to show for it? A few assorted scars, a broken knuckle, a 2x4 office, one desk, 2 chairs, one filing cabinet, a private detective's license, and a telephone. I sit by that phone all day, and it's silent as a shelf in the morgue. You tell me why everybody gets pains at night, pains that need a doctor or a detective, like that night.
Easter, you didn't understand me. I said I killed a man.
What'd you expect? Congratulations.
I'll come to see you right away.
You got any money? Answer me or hang up.
I've got some money.
Okay. Come up to the office. And remember, I don't take checks. Creepy characters. I could write a book about them. But James Caber would need a chapter. Mouse size with mouse face, gray skin, darting eyes, mouse voice. He even smells like a mouse, and he was as terrified as a mouse.
He dared me to kill him. He wanted to die. He kept laughing at me, urging me to pull the trigger. It was practically suicide. Suicide? You can't convict me for that.
Relax, Caber. Are you sure this what's his name is dead?
That's Alec. He wasn't 6 feet from me when I shot him.
He's dead. Gun?
Huh?
The gun you used. Let's have it.
I threw it away. Down the sewer.
Good night, Caber. I don't want the case.
Couldn't. No. I've got to have help. Oh, Pedro. Look. I've got money.
Give me the gun.
Here. How did you know?
It was bulging in your pocket. Smith & Wesson 45. A small cannon.
I bought it at a pawn shop this morning.
Yeah, that was brainy. Recently fired, one shotgun. Caber, what you need is a lawyer. A good lawyer.
That's the way I feel about it. Put your hands up.
Don't point a gun at me, Caber. I don't like it.
Easter, you'll help me or I'll kill you too. I'd just as soon die for 2 as for 1. If you don't swallow it. Kill me! I'm dying! I got a bad heart! I died!
Shut up! Shut up! Now sit down.
You shouldn't have hit me.
I told you I didn't like guns. Pointed at me.
I'm crazy with fear. You're my only chance.
All right, I'll do what I can. But first, this gun gets locked up. Why did you kill Alec?
I hated him. He ruined my life.
You're a big help. Where's he live?
1517 Cornelia Drive. Are you going there?
I don't promise a thing. How much money have you got?
$300?
It isn't much, but it'll do for a start. So there I was with $300 in my pocket, driving out into the suburbs 11 at night to take a look at the late Max Sarlacc. And look at stranger things for less money. A prowl car passes their stop before 1517 Cornelia Drive. It's too bad. Even though they kept going. I got out, looked around. The house was a 50-grand suburban mansion as prosperous looking as U.S. Steel. I walked up the driveway like any honest citizen. The lights were on in the downstairs window. I knocked at the door. Why not? Do you know any easier way of getting into a house? Yes. Is this where Titus Pfeiffer lives? You got the wrong house. I made a mistake. I am not looking for Titus Pfeiffer. I'm looking for Max Sarlacc. I'm Max Sarlacc. What do you want? What are you laughing at? A $300 joke on Tabor. He thinks he killed you if you're Sarlacc. Who are you? Private detective. I'm supposed to look at your remains. Come in. The framed pictures all over the place, all of the same man, a big, square-faced, jowly man who looked like he ate a six-course dinner every evening of his life. Portraits and pictures on horseback, poses at the beach, others shaking hands with people, dozens of pictures. Are you convinced that I'm Max Sarlacc? You're the man in these pictures. You like to look at yourself, don't you? Photography is my hobby. What do you do for a living? Now, see here, whatever you're saying. Easter? As you can see, I'm in no way injured. This is somebody's idea of a joke. Well, expensive, too. It's almost midnight. What else do you want to know before you go? What does Tabor have against you? Tabor is an evil little animal. Good night, Easter. Don't get sore, Mr. Sarlacc. I'm just making a living. Will you prefer any charges against Tabor? No, since nothing happened. Does that satisfy you? Yeah, thanks. By the way, Mr. Sarlacc, it's none of my business, but if nothing happened, why is this rug blood-stained? You make money hard, and you make money easy. This was one of the easy times. Tabor missed Sarlacc, or he winged him. Who cares, as long as there was no squawk. $300 for a night's work for pleasure. I didn't bother going into the office the next morning until after 10 o'clock. When he makes the buck, he plays the word. Oh, this is a smart eye, Schiller. Look how relaxed he is. He too got the makings of an act. What are you, city or county police? And he's careful. You tell us which, Easter. County. City cops do a cleaner search job. These two had the place torn up, files all over the floor, and the platform was holding the gun had taken from Tabor the night before. There was no use getting sore. The sanitation commissioner can't revoke a private detective's license. Practically anybody else can. Look, Schiller, he doesn't know. Prowl car took your number last night, Easter. Where's Tabor? I don't know. Why? Max Sarlacc was murdered. The sheriff wants Tabor. But he might settle for you. In there. Sure. Come in, Easter. Have a chair. Thanks, sir. Did Schiller take you down to look at Sarlacc's body? Yes, sir. Is it the same body you saw last night? Sheriff, Sarlacc was alive when I saw him last night. Now, I want to like you, Easter. You listen to me. Tabor came to you last night, admitted killing Sarlacc around 10 o'clock. He needed an alibi. You agreed to say that Sarlacc was alive at midnight and was killed thereafter by person or persons unknown. Right or wrong? I don't sell alibis, Sheriff. Sarlacc was alive. You want to have more sense than to protect a client in a murder charge? Where's Tabor? I don't know. Bring in the ballistics report on Easter, Smith & Wesson. Sheriff, I took that gun from Tabor last night. It was locked up in my desk. Don't make me lose my faith in you, Easter. Here's the report you wanted, Sheriff. Oh, thanks, Schiller. That's all. Wait outside. Sure thing. I got two pictures here. One, the bullet from Sarlacc's body. The other, a test shot fired from the gun in your desk. They match. You want to see them? I believe you, Sheriff. Okay.
Now, either Tabor used this gun on Arlac at 10 o'clock and gave it to you, or you used it on Arlac yourself at midnight. Take your choice.
I'm ready to make a statement, Sheriff.
Sing loud and sweet.
Tabor killed Arlac. Not at 10, but after midnight. He dimmed the desk after I left. He took the gun, killed Arlac, brought the gun back.
Where's Tabor?
Sheriff, if you'll check the autopsy report, you'll find Arlac was alive at midnight.
The house was warm. We can't check that close. I feel sorry for guys like you, Easter. Once more, where's Tabor?
I don't know.
I hate to do this. Where's Tabor?
I don't know.
Sure, come in here.
After 10 years, you learn to rock with a punch. Take a few on your elbows and shoulders. That's easier than losing your license. They needed Tabor. I needed him too. But I couldn't expect them to believe that.
Where's Tabor? That's enough. He doesn't know. Maybe not. But now he earned his money.
It was 2 o'clock when I got back to the office. I called the message-taking sitters. Is Dyke Easter anything from me?
No messages, Mr. Easter.
Thanks. That second click was the wire being tapped. I didn't care. Across the street from my office, 2 men sat in a car and commenced to study the racing form. I didn't care about them either. The only thing in the whole wide world I cared about was having that telephone ring, hearing Tabor's mouth voice, and getting to him just 1 minute ahead of anybody else. I waited all day, all evening. I was willing to wait a month. At 1:30 in the morning... Hello, Dyke Easter speaking.
Easter, this is Tabor. I've come to see you.
Sure. Any place you say.
Your office isn't safe. There's a house at the foot of Harper Street. I'll be on the 3rd floor. Hurry.
Don't worry. I'll hurry. In the rear view mirror, I could see the car trailing me. About half a block behind. I was careful not to lose them. They were careful about not getting any closer. I drove through empty streets to the river. Down Harbor Street. Long flights of dark stairs lost themselves upward. It could be a trap. I hoped it was. Tabor, it's me, Easter. I'm coming in. The room was unlit, but a thin shaft of moonlight seeped through a dirty window. There was a figure, a man standing on the outer window ledge, framed against the glass.
Easter, I didn't know. It was all a mistake. I can explain.
I wanted him to shoot. I made myself a big juicy target for his shot. It caught me in the shoulder, but it didn't stop me.
Keep away from me. I'll jump out the way.
I didn't shoot him. I didn't have to. Shirley took care of that for me. Tabor jumped out of the window with a bullet ripping into his body, flung him out. What's the difference? He was dead before he hit the water, or perhaps he proved that when they fished him out 4 days later. He had 7 slugs in him. I read all about it in the papers. I knew as much about the case as anybody else. With 5 cents.
You led us to him, Easter. I appreciate that.
Don't mention it.
The body was identified by his wife, his ex-wife. Tabor was a former partner in Arlac's investment banking company. Got squeezed out. He killed Arlac for revenge. As simple as that.
Why, tell me.
Tabor shooting you proved you weren't working together. The case is closed.
The case was closed. Everybody happy, except Easter, the chump. I could spend 2 months getting a bullet hole in my shoulder healing and figure out how a man who gets hit by 6 police bullets comes out of a river with 7 slugs in his body.
I shouldn't be doing this, Dyke. There's rules against it.
Will $10 help you forget the rules?
20 might.
Okay.
In the file. Let's see. Harry Tabor, maiden name, Harry Crowder, age 28, 5'2", brunette, married, Joseph Taylor, house 18, 1941, no divorce. Separated 1947, identified body as that of her husband, corroborative identification by Janet.
Skip that part. Where does she live now?
208 Oakley Terrace. Thanks a lot, Dyke.
Oglesby Terrace was a rooming house, the kind that makes up in desperate respectability for its lack of private baths.
Mrs. Tabor ain't home.
I could wait for her upstairs.
No.
Well, then, if you could tell me where she works, I'm an old friend.
If you're an old friend, you know where she works.
Some evening, you wait outside a rooming house. Pick a rainy night, 2 days after a bullet was taken out of your shoulder. Watch the tenants coming home, some at 6, some at 8, 10, 12, or any other sweet time they feel like. Then tell me which one of them is the 28-year-old, 5'2" brunette who answers to the name of Harriet Tabor.
No, I'm Lola Duncan.
I'm sorry, excuse it.
Oh, that's all right. I'm willing to get acquainted.
Be a detective. Shadow people. Make big money. I'll bet I spent 2 years of my life waiting on street corners for people who never showed up. Do you like rain? Tell me about it at 2 o'clock in the morning. Excuse me, miss, I want to ask you. Awful wet. Sorry, I mean...
Gee, you're sick. You shouldn't be out here in the rain.
I'm waiting. I have to wait.
You come inside with me this second. Just wait in the fog. Don't make any noise. Mrs. Martinez is a terror. When you feel better or when the rain stops, you can leave. Just close the front door. It's the spring lock.
Thanks. Thanks a lot.
That's all right. Good night.
Good night. What's your name, miss?
Harriet Tabor. Good night.
A thin-faced, half-starved girl in a sleazy fur coat yanks you out of the rain so you won't get pneumonia. Now you can show your gratitude. Figure out an angle to connect her with a murder.
Ham and eggs, sunny side up, toast and coffee. Hurry it up, will you, sister?
That's yours.
Afternoon, Miss Tabor.
Hello. Oh. Hello there. What are you doing here?
Well, I saw you through the window. Thought I'd come in and say thanks properly.
Look, sister, you only got a half an hour to eat. Give us a break, will you?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. I'm very sorry. Hey, I'm so inside and order up and Java.
What time did you get off, Miss Tabor?
This is my early evening. I'm through at 6.
I'll meet you outside.
You sure you won't?
My name is Dyke Easter. I'll be waiting at 6.
Dyke Easter. That's easy to remember.
At 6.
If you like.
No, that's settled. Maybe I can get my ham and eggs, huh?
Tea and toast is all I want, thank you.
Now, wait. What kind of dinner is that?
Too tired to eat. When you handle food all day long, you can't. Tell me something about yourself, Mr. Easter.
Been at it very long, waiting on table?
Ever since about 2 years ago. Who were you waiting for last night?
Guy owes me money. Been working since you left your husband?
You know about that?
When I'm interested in a girl, I like to know all about her.
Oh. I'm a widow now. Completely free. You think I'm bold, but I'm only lonely. Are you lonely, Mr. Easter?
Not now. Call me Dyke.
Dyke. Right.
You need somebody to look after you, Harriet. Somebody like me. Waiter. Yes, sir. 2 steaks, French fried potatoes, chef salad. We'll order dessert later.
Dyke.
Okay, so I'm a monster. I play on the emotions of heartbroken widows. You name it, I'm it. But that doesn't say it all. My business is murder. I'm like a hunting dog. You can't shoot over my head and tell me to forget the quarry. A cop put 6 bullets into a man. He comes out of the river with 7 plugged in him. Where does the 7th bullet come from? I have to know. I have to know.
Wouldn't you like to put your arm around your girl? Dyke, something the matter?
No. Yes. Harriet, there's something I've got to find out.
Anything, Dyke, anything. Just ask me.
What really happened to your husband?
Let's sit down here, Dyke. Breathe off the water. It's so cool.
Harriet, I have to know.
Of course, Dyke. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. I could tell you so much.
Your husband.
He was killed by the police. He murdered a man, the police trapped him and shot him.
I know that part, but why?
I left him 2 years before it happened, Dyke. Is there nothing else you want to know?
Yes, there is. You knew Arlak. You must have known him. He and your husband were partners.
Max Arlak was a strange man. He lived alone. Nobody knew him.
He was in love with you.
Dyke, look at me. Do you believe that?
I don't know what to believe.
I'm not a pretty woman, Dyke. No, don't protest. You made me feel pretty and desirable, but I'm not really. I was the kind Jim wanted. Somebody he could rule, not the kind who'd appeal to Max Arlak. Dyke.
I'm sorry, Harriet. Forget I mentioned it.
No, I've been waiting for you to mention it. In the beginning, Jim and Max and Vern were partners. Vern Pollard. He put up the money to get Jim and Max started. Jim couldn't stand money. There never was enough for him. Max only wanted power. They told me Max found Jim stealing. Maybe he did. Jim was forced out of the company, so he killed Max. Does that tell you anything?
Maybe it does.
Is that all you have to say?
It could be a lead.
Could it? I'm glad. Good night, Dyke.
Night. Where are you going?
Home. Dyke, you forgot about the papers. They had your name in it. I knew it all the time, and I wouldn't think about it. Dyke, you're not lonely. Your anger keeps you warm.
Have you ever felt like something that crawled out from under a rock? No? You're lucky. I let her go. I watched the thin, proud back move swiftly along the boardwalk, turn a corner without hesitation. She was gone. She'd never forgive me. Never.
Gave you the brush off, eh?
Yeah. Hello, Schiller. Been following us?
Yeah. You never learn, do you?
I'm stubborn. Schiller, suppose you led the cops to a client's hideout, not accidentally, but deliberately. When is the next time anybody would ever trust you unless you cleaned up the whole mess?
There's that. But you heard the sheriff. The case is closed.
Sure it is. That's why you've been shadowing me.
Easter, you're not the only one with free time, and I can count up to 7. 7 slugs in a man's body when there should be 6.
Vern Pollard, the silent partner, he's a natural.
You don't give us much credit, do you? We turned him inside out. No use. The thing is airtight.
But it doesn't make sense. And that 7th slug.
Look, Easter, I owe you something for the shellacking you took. Here it is. Get your license transferred to another city. You might live longer.
I don't know why I kept hanging around Harriet's rooming house. I knew she wouldn't talk to me. I didn't even try to bother her. You go along for days, weeks, nothing happens. And then the sky falls on her. It was one of her early evenings. From the doorway across the street, I watched her walking toward the house.
Hey, come over here. Hurry
It was like a magician's illusion. You see it happening, but you know it can't be true. It has to be a trick. The voice was Jim Tabor's. The mouse face above the wheel was Jim Tabor's. But Tabor had been buried a month ago with 7 slugs in his body. Harriet identified the body, so did the dentist. Yet now, here before my eyes, Harriet had stepped into a car with him, and they were getting away. I don't know how I got to my car or started it. It was like a wild dream. One moment you're standing alone on the street, the next you're behind the wheel of a car, and the only thing in the world that's important is to catch up, to stop them even jet, but crash into them. They knew I was following them. He tried every trick in the book to shake me. Harriet. I thought she was a starveling. I was sorry for her. That's a laugh, isn't it? The tougher they are, the harder they fall. Dyke Easter, whip him, shoot him, tear his heart out. He got paid for it, didn't he? A police car. It came up from behind with a rush, through abreast. Past me. Tabor must have heard it. He tried a sharp turn into a side road. I'm coming for you. Shoot! Shoot!
It's back, Easter. He's mine. I want him alive. Come out, fellas, with your hands up.
The figure that crawled out of the wreck was Jim Tabor, the gray mouse face, the darting eyes. Beyond him, I could see Harriet slumped down in the seat.
He's coming, Pollard.
Pollard, you're crazy. He's Jim Tabor.
That's what you think. Fred Pollard, I arrest you for the murder of Jim Tabor and Matt.
You thought I was playing a game with you, Dyke, but I thought it was going to kill my husband.
I thought all kinds of things.
Dyke. Oh, how many times I spoke your name. Dyke. I'm so sorry for you, Dyke. I was wrong. You are lonely, unapproachably lonely, and sad.
Harriet, when you spend a lifetime watching evil and greed and violence, it drains you. Forget it. The legal business is all untangled. You'll inherit your husband's full share in the investment corporation. A lot of money.
Fishburn confessed?
Yeah. Schiller is very persuasive. Fishburn and Arlack killed your husband at Arlack's house. Then Byrne came to me and pretended to be Jim Tabor, confessed Arlack's murder. The police discount the time discrepancy. A greedy detective is lying for reasons of his own. Then Byrne props up Jim Tabor's body in a window, hides himself on an outer ledge, goads the police into shooting an already dead man.
Then why did Byrne try to kill me?
You were his last danger. Schiller told him I was seeing you. Byrne knew that sooner or later you'd describe Jim to me. So what's another murder? Easy.
Easy. Yeah, I suppose it was. You worked on the case a month. I should be grateful. Hey.
Schiller cracked it. Take it up with him.
You got Schiller started on it again. He told me that. Let me pay you, Dyke. I never paid you for anything.
No. No, you didn't. See, you got money now. You think you can pay me for anything? For beatings and bullets in the shoulder and a few assorted scars. No. You can't pay me. Not with money.
Dyke.
Now I'm paid off. Mark the account square, shut the book. Why not? I'm Dyke Easter. I work for pay. Murder is my business.